Today I've got questions about the vermicelli soup episode, lots of other questions, as well as several great announcements. Thanks for joining us today on Questions and Answers with James Townsend and Son. Again, I want to thank everyone. We get so many great comments and so many wonderful questions. Thank you guys so much for your interaction with us. Our first question is from the Bacon Wizard. There was somebody else that had a similar question, and that was there a reason why they blanched the pasta first and then put it in the broth? He says, maybe it was for health reasons, ensuring that any mold would be removed, whereas for modern pasta, it would be more reliably free from such things. I think it's the only thing that I can come up with as a good suggestion for why the recipe called for that. She does complain about, when she talks about making vermicelli, she talks about the low quality or the mustiness of the imported pasta, and that's the reason why she includes a recipe for it. So it's quite possible that that's why she called for blanching that, possibly to remove any mustiness or any other issues with the pasta that they had in the time period. Dennis V says that it looks splendid, but he does wonder, though, is vermicelli really the only pasta introduced into the Americas during the period? The answer is no to that. The vermicelli is the only thing you find in recipe books. But if you look at importation records, or specifically advertisements for grocery items in newspapers of the Americas and definitely in Great Britain during the 18th century, you will find advertisements for both vermicelli and macaroni. I'm not sure exactly what their macaroni was like, but they did have at least that other kind of pasta. You didn't see many different types listed, but those two were. So I've got a couple of other questions, both from Big D Hunter and Ticonderoga number 2. Both of them about the broth or variations on the broth. Definitely. The recipe called for beef broth and beef gravy, but using chicken broth and chicken bone broth would be a wonderful substitute. And there were other similar recipes that used chicken stock as well. And Big D Haunter says, is bone broth just boiling marrow bones? Not exactly that. In fact, I think after Monday's episode, which will be vermicelli pudding, do not miss that episode. Vermicelli pudding that we're going to do next Monday. Kevin thinks it's the best thing we've ever done, and I certainly put it in the top 2 or 3 recipes. It is wonderful. So make sure to check out Mondays. After Mondays, I think I'm going to do an episode on bone broth. So make sure to look out for that, and we'll talk about exactly what bone broth is and some variations. And there are definitely 18th century versions of bone broth. So make sure to check in on both Mondays coming up. So here's a thing that a couple of people pointed out. Luvta Fish says, okay, I'll ask, is that spoon, the picture in the vermicelli soup thumbnail, he says, is that spoon made from bison horn, the one used in this episode? I don't see it on your website. Are you teasing us? Well, no, we have horn spoons. They're on our website. I gave a link here. I'll put a link in the description of this video to the horn spoons. Horn spoons were very popular in the 18th century. Horn was sort of the plastic of the 18th century. They used it for combs, for spoons, sometimes even for the sheets in lanterns instead of glass. They used horn because it was very difficult to break. And it's a very interesting product. You do not find used very often today. So if you're interested in horn spoons, check out the website. On to announcements. You know what? Kevin's been slaving away the past couple of months on the new catalog, and it's amazing. It's as big as last year, and then he added 8 pages. He had to add 8 pages because we've added a whole bunch of new products. we went crazy and came up with something like 50 brand new products, 75 new products compared to last year's catalog. So, hopefully I'll get Kevin back into the cooking episodes. I've been having to do them all by myself. Terrible. Anyway, so the catalog is done and it's going to the printers right now, and it'll be available probably in 3 or 4 weeks. If you are interested in a print catalog, you can request a print catalog from our website, and I'll put a link. There's always one in the end card of the video. I'll put a link down in the description. There's a thing about requesting a catalog from us that, you may be shy about doing that because you're worried that you'll get on a mailing list and you'll get a million catalogs either from us or from other people, or you'll end up with, your email address going out or something like that. What happens is when people request a catalog from us, they get one catalog. I don't keep sending catalogs out. In fact, we only do 2 main mailings a year, even to regular customers. Just the main catalog in April and either a calendar or Christmas flyer in November. That's all we send out as our main mailings. So you can request a catalog and you don't have to worry about us filling up your mailbox with a bunch of weirdness or your email mailbox either. We don't use your email address for anything like that unless you sign up for an email mailing list on our website. Also, another announcement, not this weekend, but the weekend of March 20th, 21st, we'll be up in Kalamazoo, Michigan at the Kalamazoo Living History event. And it's a big indoor event with lots of different vendors, units, and different kinds of reenactors up there. It is a wonderful show. It's perfect for this time of year when everybody is getting antsy to get out. Everybody's got cabin fever. I know I do. And so it's a wonderful event to, rub shoulders with lots of other reenactors and see lots of neat stuff from other vendors. We will be there. I'll probably even have my camera along, so you never know. Anyway, if you're in the area, make sure to check out the Kalamazoo Living History event. I will put a link down in the description of this video so you can check that out. Okay, so Alma Deckard, as well as a few other folks, have asked about how the puppy is doing. Well, here's Sophie. She's doing very well. She's grown a little since the last video, but she is a wonderful, nice, calm dog to go along with our other bouncy dog that's at home. Say hi, Sophie. Can she say? So there you go. Sophie's doing great. Thanks for asking. Again, I want to thank you guys all for your wonderful comments, for your great questions. Also, if you've got suggestions or other answers to people's questions, make sure to give them in the comment section. This is really a back and forth. I really love those suggestions. Thank you guys so much for your wonderful encouragement and everything, and thanks for watching. If you're a new viewer and you haven't subscribed, press the subscribe button up here. That'll take you to a spot where you can subscribe. That really is the best way to get notification of all the new videos that are out. I want to thank everyone for watching.